Ba ang nakita ni Attorney Mans Carpio kay Attorney Neil Abayon? Kasi biglang naging malaking issue, naging malaking balita na abogado nga na pala ni Attorney Mans Carpio.
So, baka subscriber ko siguro si Attorney Mans eh. Hindi, joke lang. Wala naman, nag-approach lang sila, yung law office niya sa akin, kung willing ba ako maging spokesperson and part of the legal team. And chinek ko lang kung may conflicts of interest ako, kasi I'm also a practicing lawyer. So wala namang conflicts of interest. And then, pinag-usapan lang din namin yung mga plano in relation to legal matters. So mukhang nag-a-align naman kami. And yan, I decided to join the legal adventure, so to speak.
Hindi, tsaka alam mo, pareho sila ni Attorney Mans eh. Tingnan mo, yung tindig ni Attorney Mans. Yung gentleman, malinis, yung naliligo. Oo,
Naliligo, ah?
Oo, kasi may abogadong hindi naliligo sa social media.
Yung bakla.
Yung gano'n, oo.
Parang kilala ko yun, ha?
Oo, yung hindi naliligo na abogado na nagtuturo, akala mo may alam pero ang bobo naman. Pero ito yung matalinong version. Oh.
Yes.
Hindi, alam mo, bago pa natin, ito talaga, pinapanood ko na to. Pag gusto ko matuto, yun talagang tunay na matuto.
Meron kasi ba may magagaling na mga lawyer pero iba si Attorney Neil magpaliwanag.
Oo, tsaka yung iba kasi may panig. Ito kasi, gitna. As a matter of fact, in-encourage ko nga yung mga viewers ko lagi, subscriber ko, na puntahan to, mag-subscribe dito kasi nasa gitna siya. Yung very issue-based. Hindi katulad nung alam naman natin may ibang mga lawyer, whether in the Duterte supporter o in the Pinklawan o haters, merong bias. Siya, nasa gitna lang siya. Although, dahil nga doon sa kanyang magagandang interpretasyon doon sa batas, natawag siyang DDS lawyer. Bakit ba kayo natawag na DDS lawyer?
I'll be honest, di ko rin alam eh. Nag-start yun nung peak sa ICC arrest ni FPRRD kasi na-explain ko lang yung Rome Statute in relation to our Constitution. Baka tingin ng tao na ayaw sa legal position ko I'm simply defending FPRRD back then. Pero I'll be completely honest, kung panoorin niyo naman yung channel ko, I always focus on the legal issue, tapos hinahanapan ko ng legal argument or explanation. I refrain as much as possible from commentaries, di ba?
Pero let's
nanonood.
punta talaga tayo. Ikaw ba isang DDS lawyer? Sinuportahan mo ba si Pangulong Duterte noong 2016 election?
So, hindi ko po vinote si FPRRD noong 2016. Yeah.
So, dilawang ka? Hindi.
I-ano ko na lang yung family history namin para mas mag-gets nyo talaga. My father was one of those yung na-appoint noong 1988 after the People Power. So, siya yung father ko na-appoint as OIC Vice Gov before, tapos naging governor noong 1988. Kasabay niya sila PRRD.
Parang si PRRD din.
Yes, sila Mayor Binay. Yun, sila yung nag-group. Sila Attorney Guanzon, yung mga na-appoint. So, lahat naman dati, liberal, di ba? So, all throughout my life, yung father ko, nakikita ko part of the Liberal Party.
So, legit, hindi pro-Duterte to. Talagang, hindi kasi pag tinignan mo talaga yung batas at tama, magmumukha kang panig sa Duterte kasi nasa tama naman sila.
Katulad nung vlog niya na about sa pagdala kay PRRD sa DAI. So doon siya binansagan talaga na na DDS lawyer. So ang gusto kasi ng mga viewers, kalabanin mo ang
Si
PRRD kahit alam mong mali or tama yung ginawa doon sa kasong yun, mamaliin mo dapat para masabing hindi ka DDS.
Basta sa akin lang kung ano yung nakikita ko sa batas in relation to the facts. Yun lang talaga ina-explain ko naman. And ako personally, i-share ko lang din. I've never taken an oath to join a political party. Party list representative ako before. I was a member of the party list. Pero any political party, wala. Kasi yung party list namin before was a sectoral organization.
Pero attorney, maraming nagsasabi at maraming post na rin. Ito na daw yung confirmation na talagang DDS lawyer ka kasi ikaw na daw ang abogado ni Mans Carpio.
So, linawin natin, matagal mo na bang kakilala ang any Duterte family o ngayon lang?
During my time in Congress, ng 17th Congress, may mga interactions with VP Sara before. But that was common naman kasi, di ba, may HNP si VP Sara dati. Pero from 2019 onwards, wala na.
Yes.
Tapos ngayon na lang ulit, nag-reach out si Attorney Mans. So
Dahil sa-
actually, wala kaming involvement sa political. More on sa legal lang talaga kami. Sa side kami ni Attorney Mans. So we're just observing and looking at mga possible cases na i-file kung may nakitang violate sa right ni Attorney Mans. Tapos kung cases will be filed against him, then we're preparing for it. Ganun
Hindi,
lang.
tsaka attorney, okay lang na mapunta ka sa hanay ni Mans, ni Sir Mans. Kasi basura ka na rin may tuturing kung nahanay ka sa kabila.
Basta ako more on sa ano talaga tayo, professional
So
engagement as a
connect
lawyer.
kayo through social media. Parang
Hindi ko na ma-discuss yan, sir, kasi attorney-client privilege eh. Yung other matters.
hindi ba paano ka dahil sabi mo inabot ka ng team ni Attorney Manscar.
Nag-reach out sila. And then, yun lang.
Nung nag-reach out sila, attorney, gawa na yung kanilang pleadings or
Hindi ko
kasama
na
ka
yan
talaga?
ma-discuss, sir, kasi attorney-client na yan. Legal strategy na yan eh.
So pero ito, attorney, no, kanina nabanggit mo yung conflict of interest. At ngayon, nakikita natin sa social media, yun ang ginagamit nila eh. Para maisabit nila si Attorney Mans Carpio. Ano po yung masasabi niyo doon?
So kung titingnan nyo naman si Attorney Mans, all throughout his life, he has been very consistent. Diba? Si VP Sara matagal ng public figure. Pero siya, never natin nakikita diba, in any public event except for oath-taking. So yung position namin, he is considering the actions that he performed, the earnest efforts, the sincerity all throughout na i-maintain yung privacy niya. He is therefore not a public figure na open for public consumption lang.
Is it legal na i-exempt siya dito sa impeachment kay VP Sara? Although mayroon silang joint account and all that kasi mag-asawa. Kung pwede ba natin i-impeach tuloy, i-exempt dito si Attorney Mans
Yes.
Carpio sa kaso ni VP Sara Duterte?
Yes, kasi number one, he is not a respondent to the case. Kung tingnan ninyo yung title, it's the complainants versus VP Sara Duterte. So basic principles of rules of procedure, yung mga respondent lang to a case ang dapat sumagot. So impeachment to eh, wala si Attorney Mans doon. Plus yun nga, he is a private individual, therefore hindi siya automatic na pwede nga lang i-involve regarding public matters.
Okay. One more question, Attorney. Yung box hindi binuksan ng Justice Committee. Ano kaya yung rason kung bakit hindi nila binuksan? And then, kung nabuksan man yon, what are the consequences na po pwedeng harapin ng Justice Committee doon sa issue na yon?
So as to the reasons kung bakit hindi nila binuksan, wala akong personal knowledge to testify kasi in Congress, men and women lang yung makakasagot niyan kung ano yung reasons talaga nila. So yung consequences, as to the consequences naman kung binuksan yon, like what was explained by the BIR Commissioner nung April 22 hearing, di ba? Sinight niya yung provisions, confidentiality rules. Very specific naman po yung NIRC natin na it can only be opened while for purposes in aid of legislation and while in executive session. So klaro naman the impeachment process is not under the legislative function of the House kasi Article 6 yun siya na power ng House, ng Constitution po Whereas yung impeachment functions po nila is under Article 11, separate provision. So in very simple terms, hindi papasok yung in aid of legislation na requirement. So hindi nila pwede buksan talaga.
Pero attorney, isang sinabi ni dating BIR Commissioner, I think it was Sinares, sabi niya, yung action pa lang ng pagbigay ng box is parang ano na yun, violation na yun kasi binigay mo
Binigay niya na.
What do you think of that?
Well, that is a legal position din. Pero yung sa amin, basta ino-observe lang namin kung bubuksan o hindi. Kasi yung issue sa amin is whether or not na-divulge ba in public yung mga confidential matters. So since wala namang na-divulge, edi yun, observing lang kami pa rin. Pero during that impeachment hearing, we were diligently observing. Ako, I was doing the rounds, going on interviews. Tapos may part din ng team na nag-observe.
Pero dun sa sinabi nito ni Master Jude hindi ba argument kasi ng mga congressman, conjugal ang property. So, nasa batas naman natin yan. Kung anong property ni BP Sara, at anong property ni Attorney Mans, isa yun. So, dapat may labas yun.
Well, yun nga po, the right to privacy kasi ni Attorney Mans should also be respected. Hindi kasi absolute yung right to accountability na kung ano lang gusto gawin ay pwede lang nila gawin basta-basta. Kasi if we read the Duterte versus HOR case, yung 2025, in-emphasize doon ng Supreme Court, diba? In all stages of the impeachment, the Bill of Rights must be respected. So that means yung right to privacy ng isang private individual should be respected while performing their constitutional function. So currently, since sila yung may burden na mapakita nila na sila yung may burden to establish na allowed yung ganong argument like what you explained, sila yung may duty nun to explain. Basta sa amin ngayon, Attorney Mans has the right to privacy that should be respected. Sila ang dapat magpakita ng exception sa Constitution or sa batas na automatic ganun just because conjugal, therefore open agad for public consumption si Attorney Mans. Kasi yung position namin, si Attorney Mans being a private individual, hindi siya kasama doon. So dapat i-separate.
Itong sa box attorney na banggit kanina, mas maganda ba nabuksan yun para mademanda tong mga hindi sumusunod? Or wala talaga silang interest buksan, parang publicity lang, kunwari bubuksan na nanakot, na may masamang ginawa, na illegal, yung gano'n ba?
Basta yung position talaga namin, gusto lang namin masunod yung rule of law. Kung ano yung tama sa batas na procedure, how to open mga boxes, how to gather or acquire evidence, yun lang yung gusto namin masunod. And kung yun nga po, kung cases will be filed against Attorney Mans, we will just answer in the proper venue.
Talking about rule of law, napakarami po nila magkakasabwat dito sa paglalabas ng mga impormasyon ng mga Dutertes and even Attorney Mans Carpio. Bakit 6 lang po yung kinasuhan ninyo?
Kung tingnan nyo yung complaint, actually may John and Jane Does sa dulo.
Kasama dun yung maingay na dati senador.
Napapaano lang kasi yung iba, legal strategy, di ko ma-disclose lahat eh. Basta yung important lang po ma-take note talaga, may John and Jane Does na kasama. So, yung John and Jane Does kasi, those are unidentified na mga individuals pa at present.
Alright.
But sa complaint namin, may conspiracy kaming allegation. So, kung makitang may conspiracy, yung may concerted effort sila to perform the illegal act, pwede rin sila maging liable.
And one more thing, sorry. According to one congressman, itong ginagawa daw ninyo ni Attorney Mans Carpio is diversionary tactics.
Okay.
Ano masasabi niyo doon?
So number one, that's his right to his opinion. Freedom of speech na yun. Pero kung titingnan ninyo yung final naming case, it is a criminal case po eh. So the main issue lang talaga in criminal case is whether or not you committed a criminal or an illegal act. If you did, therefore, you should be held liable.
Yeah.
Yun lang yung issue namin. This is not a distraction. Kasi at the end of the day, sila po yung nag-disclose ng confidential matters eh, which is prohibited by the Anti-Money Laundering Act.
So parang sila nagsimula, tapos pag binalikan sila, nasasaktan, parang gano'n lang nangyayari.
In simple terms, Attorney Mans is simply enforcing his right that was given to him by the laws enacted by Congress.
Alright.
Yun lang po talaga.
Attorney, tanong ko lang, tama ba ginawa ng congressman na inabasa public yung bank account ni Attorney Mans Carpio?
Hindi lang actually yung bank account din yung issue eh, pati yung sa AMLAC records. Kasi if you look at the Anti-Money Laundering Act, yung prohibited doon is any information received by the AMLAC and its secretariat, hindi nila, shall not disclose nila yon in any form, even after they leave their office. So doon nga, sa April 22 hearing, kung makita ninyo, di ba, nandun yung executive director ng AMLAC, then he started reading yung report nila. So that's an AMLAC information or report. That is in prohibition na of Section 8A of RA 9160 as amended. So yun yung position namin, yun yung criminal act na ginawa nila. Kasi yung violation ng Section 8A, in the very same law, Section 14, may penal provisions yun. Imprisonment, may fine, tapos disqualification from public office, may it be permanent or temporary.
Both ba yun? Kulong and or?
Yes, kulong and fine.
Kulong.
Tapos, possible din yung disqualification. Depende na yan sa judge eventually. Kung anong i-impose.
Attorney, pakipaliwanag nga sa mga manonood kung anong ibig sabihin ng AMLAC tsaka AMLAC.
AMLAC and AMLAC, okay.
Oo. Pwede niyo po bang ipaliwanag
So,
sa kanila?
nako-confuse na sila. Ano daw ba ang kaibahan niyan?
So yung AMLA is the Republic Act 9160. Yan yung Anti-Money Laundering Act. AMLAC is Anti-Money Laundering Council. So yung Anti-Money Laundering Act, yun yung batas. Yung council, yung nag-implement nung AMLA.
So doon sa AMLA, yung kino-complain nyo na hindi sinunod.
Actually, under AMLA, under Bank Secrecy Law and Data Privacy Act.
Pero ang argument kasi nung mga, alam natin, yung mga congressman, yung Bank Secrecy Law is may merong exception, which is the impeachment.
Okay.
Would you not consider yung nangyayari sa House na impeachment na o ang impeachment para sa inyo ay yung nandoon sa Senate?
So, in impeachment, yung pinaka dapat talaga tandaan dyan is 2 stages yan, yung impeachment. There is the initiation stage that is exclusively given sa House of Representatives. Yan yung nangyayari ngayon. Tapos yung sa trial proper naman, the sole power to try is given sa Senate as the Senate Impeachment Court. So currently, since nasa initiation stage pa lang po, walang court powers yung impeachment process. And then yung precedent kasi natin in relation to that, yung kay Chief Justice Corona, nandun na yun sa Senate Impeachment Court na disclose lahat yung mga confidential records. Kasi preliminary pa lang yan yung power ng House. Kaya nga hindi sila pwede mag-issue ng court orders.
Kaya lang dun sa batas, wala naman sinabing impeachment court. Basta nakalagay lang dun
Yes.
during the impeachment.
But if we follow basic principles of rules of procedure, dun yun sa impeachment court, considering dun kasi sa court yung nagkaka-confrontation of evidence, chine-check talaga yung genuineness, may right to cross-examine, yun.
Pero ang sabi din ng
And if you look at the bank secrecy law, yung next provisions kasi doon nakalagay, court order na. So kung tingnan ninyo yung spirit of the law, it's more on leaning towards talaga, court order or a proper court na process. Hindi yung preliminary phase. Kasi kung tingnan nyo rin yung rules ng House of Representatives themselves, yung impeachment rules nila, subpoena lang yung nilagay nila sa Section 7. Walang court order dun na they can issue orders, ganyan. Plus, yung Section 7 subpoena power nila, questionable din kasi yun yung pending petition nila VP ngayon, yung certiorari pa.
Pero they're arguing that they can promulgate their own rules.
Yes.
Diba?
They can
So-
promulgate subject to whether or not did it violate the Constitution. Hindi absolute yun. Kasi everything must conform to the Constitution. Yan yung pinaka-basic. Kung unconstitutional yung rules niyo, wala, that's void. That will be presumed regular lang siya, pero once declared void, everything else that happened because of that, mapapawalang bisa.
You as a lawyer, di ba, naging congressman ka din before as a representative of the party list. Ngayon, mukhang naiintindihan natin na mukhang yung mga ibang congressman hindi naiintindihan yung laws. Sa tingin mo ba it's about time that ma-require na ang isang mambabatas ay dapat
Lawyer.
o lawyer?
So ito, I'll be speaking from my personal capacity, not as a spokesperson ni Attorney Mans. And based from my personal experience, ang masasabi ko, hindi ako 100% agree na dapat lawyers lang. Kasi yung ginagawa kasing batas, it's about society in general not necessarily about the legalities or technicalities of the law. So, mas maganda pag different sectors kasi may iba-ibang expertise, specialties para mas ma-address yung problems of society. Yun yung position ko personally.
Speaking of rules, attorney, no? Kasi dalawa tinamaan dito Merong bank secrecy law, tapos BIR secrecy rules. Magkaiba po ba yun? Yung dalawang yun rules?
Magkaiba yun. Yung sa BIR is under NIRC. So, pero wala po kaming final pa sa under NIRC.
So, ang rules dyan, parehas din yung bangko at BIR. Yung exemption
Parehas
niya,
silang
na.
confidentiality law.
Confidentiality. And
When
pwede,
issue.
ano ba tawag dito, yung paggagawa ka ng batas, pwede mo siya ilabas. Pero pag katulad na ginagawa ng mga kongresista,
Gumawa ka ng batas, pwede pa rephrase yung question.
I mean, pagka ikaw may pinag-uusapan sa Kongreso, pwede mo bang gamitin ito sa impeachment lang? Itong mga nilalabas nila information ngayon.
Pag ilagay nila as an exception to the laws. Pag tingnan nyo kasi yung Anti-Money Laundering Act, as amended, walang exception Nilagay lang shall not disclose in any manner any information, period. Then if you look at the latter part ng batas, wala talaga any exception.
Okay.
So, yung position namin, it is absolutely confidential.
So in short, attorney, hindi talaga pwedeng maglabas ng information.
As to
tong
the AMLAC,
Yes.
kahit sa Senate Impeachment Trial Court, yung position namin.
Pero pwede silang tumanggi kung halimbawa sinabpina sila ng Congress, 'di ba? Pwede silang tumanggi na magbigay ng information.
I think yung best sila na lang yung nagsagot niyan.
Okay.
Yung AMLAC kasi that's their issue ngayon. Kasi dinivulge na, dinisclose sila yung confidential matters
Pagdating sa Senate, pwedeng buksan yung kay BP.
Yung AMLAC or
Oo.
yung bank records. Yung AMLAC.
Parehas, oo.
Yung AMLAC, yung position namin hindi. Kasi walang exception sa Anti-Money Laundering Act currently. So, if we follow strict interpretation of the
Kay
law,
BP or kay...
Pero yung
Atty. Mans.
sa bank records, pwede na kasi court na yun, di ba? Impeachment court na yun sa Senate.
Yung sa position namin, for Attorney Mans position namin hindi. Kasi si Attorney Mans is a private individual nga.
Pero yung kay VP, pwede.
Yung kay VP, si ano na doon.
Okay.
Bahala na yung legal.
Yung spokesperson ni VP.
Walang pwedeng humarang sa pagkakamuno niya. Okay?
Attorneys, yung na may mga abogado na nagsasabi na pwede mo daw ilabas yung mga information na yon, yung sa BIR tsaka sa mga bangko, in aid of legislation. So, may pananagutan ba itong Justice Committee kung sakasakaling...
Nilabas nila? Yes, kasi like what I explained earlier, hindi sila in aid of legislation. They're performing their constitutional mandate under Article 11. Yung in aid of legislation kasi under Article 6 yun, legislative function nila. General legislative power nila.
Wala silang immunity ron. Kasi
Alin?
process ng impeachment yun eh.
Hindi covered yung in aid of legislation na requirement.
Attorney, mahirap pa yung kaso niya
Alin?
ni Attorney Mans.
Yung final namin?
I mean, yung kinakaharap niya ngayon. Mahirap ba?
Hindi, I mean,
Kami yung naghabla.
yeah,
I mean,
Kami yung prosecution.
maybe ang tanong niya is, sa tingin nyo, gaano katagal na ito aabutin? Aabutin ba to bago mag-impeachment o it will take maybe a year, ganon?
If we follow yung basic rules ng preliminary investigation, yung counter affidavit, if I'm not mistaken, within 10 to 15 days from notice, dapat mag-file sila. So within the next few weeks, they will be most likely filing their counter affidavits.
Is this bailable? Kung sakasakaling nagkaroon ng probable cause?
Bailable naman.
Available dito?
Bailable siya, yes.
Kaya siguro natanong niya, excited na kami makulong lahat ng mga dinimanda niyo.
Ano na yung babae?
Yung interesting lang dito, may china-challenge kaming talaga yung we sued them in their personal capacity. Kasi usually nagtatago sa parliamentary immunity, di ba? So may jurisprudence din kasi na if a public officer performs an action that is beyond his function, hindi na yun covered ng official function niya. Therefore, if it is not covered by his official function, parliamentary immunity does not apply.
But this one is part, di ba? Kasi nandun sila sa impeachment.
Hindi, but yung position namin, they perform something illegal. If you perform something illegal, hindi na siya part ng official function mo. Kasi may penal provision yung pag-disclose eh. So criminal act na yun.
Sa Congress ba, attorney, hanggang saan yung kapangyarihan nila sa mga financial data?
Financial data, Congress sa impeachment process?
Sa Congress.
Paano Congress? Kasi impeachment or ano ba? In aid of it?
Dun sa katulad niyan,
Sa final namin?
oo.
So ano yan, hindi dapat nila dinisclose talaga. Kasi kung basahin nyo yung Section 8A, it's a very straightforward provision. Shall not disclose in any manner any information.
Pero sa tingin mo, matalino naman din yung kanilang head ng AMLAC. Bakit niya ginawa yun? Personal opinion.
Well,
Baka na pressure.
ako focus na ako sa legal aspect eh. So it would be best siya na lang kasi siya yung may personal knowledge kung ano yung reasons talaga.
Hindi kasi, di ba, that is basic yung AMLA. That's a basic provision na nakalagay na dun eh. Kahit saan, hindi pa pwede. I mean, nabasa mo yun tapos hindi mo in-apply.
Yung masasabi ko lang, he probably has a different legal position. Kaya niya dinisclose pa rin.
Hindi
Once
kaya maleta?
sumagot-
Hindi maleta naman.
Hindi ko na alam.
Once
Ano ba yung
sumagot ba
maleta
sila,
sa-
attorney, sa demanda
Counter
ninyo,
affidavit,
pwede
yes.
ba ilabas yun in public?
Depende kasi minsan nakukuha ng media yung copy, di ba? So,
But it's a public
Yes.
document?
currently hindi pa siya dapat i-public kasi baka masubjudice eh.
So, ibig sabihin, kapag ginawa yun ng ibang mga pwede nyo naman din silang sampahan ng kaso. Kung sakaling ilabas nila agad.
Paano ilabas agad? Ilabas yung
kanina-
document?
Oo.
Or which document? Yung sa
Yung sagot ng
Oo.
ng AMLA.
kakasuhan namin yung
Yung halimbawa, isang network. Kasi diba sabi nyo, pwede namang wag muna ilabas.
Nilabas nila yung defenses.
Oo.
Oo.
Pwede nyo agad kasuhan yun. Yung mga network na yan.
Depende kung ano yung paano nila pinublish yung document. Kung merong let's say something na parang paninirang puri, mga ganun. Or may parang fake news angle. It would depend on ngayon kasi speculative pa lang lahat eh. So I cannot make a talaga.
To be
So it
clear
would
lang,
depend kung paano.
attorney, nilabas ba ni Trillanes yung bank account ni Attorney Mans? Hindi ko masyado nakita yun eh. Yung part na yun. Nilabas ba ni Trillanes?
Yung masasabi ko lang dyan,
Parang nanagnap.
yung masasabi ko lang dyan, hindi kami nakakuha pa ng official records from AMLAC up to present. Yung kung ano yung mga nangyari doon sa House sa documents lahat, wala kaming any copy of that. Hindi binigay sa amin. So hindi namin fully na-review pa. So yung complaint namin, baka magtaka kayo paano kami nakafile kung wala kaming copy, di ba? Yung YouTube clips nila. Kasi sinabi nila, that's an AMLAC report, tapos binanggit nila name ni Attorney Mans. Pero as to the official documents, yung legal team po has not received a copy.
Pero binanggit ni Trillanes doon yung ano eh, yung parang account eh. Sinama niyo ba siya sa demanda? As in, siya mismo?
Hindi siya named. Pero yun nga, may John and Jane Doe's naman. So,
Sana sinama nyo na, Atty.
Excited kami makulong yun eh.
hindi ko lang maano kasi alam niyo na may mga ano tayo ba? May mga strategy.
Attorney, anong kakaharapin itong official ng AMLAC na kaso?
May kulong and fine and possible disqualification from office. Yung penalty.
Pag sinasabi nyo personal, di ba? Capacity. Yun ba bailable pa rin?
Bailable pa rin.
Sayang.
Pero sabi, attorney, no, sinasabi nila, nag-adhere lang sila doon sa Sampina.
Alin?
Nag-adhere lang daw sila sa Sampina.
Sila na bahala mag-defend themselves yan, sir.
Okay.
Kung ano.
Yung mga kongresista, attorney
Kasi
na...
yung trabaho kasi namin, ito lang, ano ka lang. Yung trabaho kasi namin, kami yung prosecution.
Yes.
So, as to their defenses, sila bahala doon. Kami, we will establish the elements of the crime. Yung issue nga, whether or not did you disclose information na confidential. So, yun lang yun. Yung ano namin. Yes, sir.
Yung mga kongresista na parang nilalait-lait itong sinampan yung kaso laban sa kanila. Pwede nyo pa ba ulit, sampahan sila ulit ng kaso? Katod nito ni Percy Paloma ba?
Sindanya.
Sindanya, na parang sinasabi niya, mema lang daw yan. Kesyo ganito. Dahil, parang minamaliit niya yung kaso nyo.
Hindi na namin na-discuss so far yung mga ganyan. Parang ano naman,
So
irrelevant
parang
so far.
hayaan na lang. Hayaan mo na lang.
Baka yung Percy, wala namang bilang nun eh.
So far yung
Pero
mga
kasama
ganyan,
yan sa kinasuhan nila.
Meron walang bilang nun.
yung kinasuhan is because of the pag-disclose. Pero yung mga ganyang statements, so far hindi namin napapag-usapan. Pag free speech naman, tapos it does not cross on libelous statements, wala naman.
Ibig sabihin, maluwag pa rin pala kayo. No?
Kasi
Regarding po
yung
dun sa-
pina-follow nga namin, rule of
Sorry,
law.
sorry.
Ayaw naman namin mangharas lang or mang-prosecute ng without basis just for the sake of.
Guruin nyo yun.
Ganyan na ako, di ba? Ako hinaras ako eh.
Inaras ka ba?
Hinaras ako, pero anyway, mag-dismiss ang kaso ko.
And regarding dun sa transactions, yung 6.7 billion. Kasi ang lumalabas ngayon, parang gusto nilang sabihin, napakarami palang pera ng mga Duterte. Samantalang ito ay palabas at mga papasok na pera. Ano po yung masasabi nyo doon? Sabi.
So yun, masabi ko, wala pa kaming official records na receive niyan. So hindi pa namin na fully review talaga yung mga ganyang allegations nila. So at present, si Attorney Mans, he has nothing to admit or deny regarding that. Kasi number one, hindi nga siya respondent to the case. Number two, wala kaming official records.
Alright.
We're just really taking it on step by step, legal basis. Yung approach kasi talaga namin, rule of law lang. Kung ano yung nasa batas, sundin namin. Kung kailangan namin sumagot in the proper venue, sasagot kami. Ganun lang. We are avoiding the political battle as much as possible talaga.
Attorney, yung sa yung sa utang ni Luistro. Anong doon?
Ano yun?
May sapat bang kaso doon? Kasi na rin yun, nai-issue na rin.
Hindi, kasi siyempre, di ba, utang yun kay Attorney Mans eh.
Oo. Utang kasi
Hindi ba makakasuhan yun sa utang?
Attorney-client privilege yan, hindi mo na i-discuss.
Di tataas lalo yung sa AMLAC niya pag binayaran siya.
Dadagdag yun sa pera ng mga
Dadagdag pa yun,
Duterte. Ni BP.
So, attorney, pinakasablay dito yung ginawa nila kay kay Attorney Mans Carpio eh. Nasinama nila dun sa kaso ng impeachment eh.
Yes.
Kaya
Dinamay nila considering si Attorney Mans is a very private individual. Diba?
Pero yung argument talaga na, kasi yun ang pinipilit ng iba eh.
Yung conjugal.
Oo, hindi private yan kasi asawa yan ng Vice President.
That's their position. Sila may burden yan to establish.
Okay.
Kasi basta kami, position namin, private capacity. Pati pag tingnan nyo si Attorney Mans, yung history niya, talagang may earnest efforts siya na mag-maintain ng privacy. He had the opportunity, di ba, na makisali, maging public figure, pero wala. Ever since nagpakasal up to present.
Aside from Attorney Manscarp yun, no? Siyempre, may effect din ito sa mga anak nila eh.
Yes.
So, may information po ba kayo kung ano yung epekto nito sa kanilang mga anak? Or
Hindi na namin na-discuss yan.
Okay.
Basta yung ano lang talaga, kung may i-violate sa right niya, we will fully enforce all available legal remedies sa kanya.
Hindi, ito, yung pinag-usapan nung nakaraan na 6 billion na pumapasok, lumalabas. And sabi nila, nag-file daw kayo ng kaso, pero hindi nyo naman dininay yung mga pumapasok at lumalabas. So, parang pinapatunayan nyo ba yung mga pera na yun na lumabas-pasok daw sa mga bank accounts nila?
So yun nga, wala kaming record pa doon na na-receive. So we cannot make a proper admission or to refute the claims. Basta at the end of the day, that's all their allegations. Sila may trabaho niyan to establish. Kaya sa amin lang, kung nasa proper venue, tapos pinatawag si Attorney Mans, we will respond accordingly. Kasi lahat kasi yan, mga opinions lang nila yan eh. Assumptions nila yan. So yung ganyan, nasabihin na because daw hindi directly ganyan, because hindi directly ganyan, naging ganito. Mga ano lang yan, personal opinions lang nila yan. At the end of the day, the proper person to refute or to admit certain factual circumstances are party respondents to a case. So si Attorney Mans kasi hindi naman party respondent, di ba? So bakit kami sabi ni Saya Pangaman, mag-una-una mi ba? Sa ilaha. Wala may trabaho karon eh. So ang sa amin lang at present, we are observing, tapos kung may i-violate sila sa right ni Attorney Mans, yun nga, we will exhaust all available legal remedies.
Pero
Yun lang.
susugan ko yan, Akong. Kasi sabi ni, I think Joke no nagsabi nito na hindi nyo dininay na may pera. So ibig sabihin daw ng hindi nyo dininay, tinatanggap ninyo na meron talagang transaction na ganyan. Yun ba ang ibig sabihin nun? Na yung inyong pagdemanda ay, oo, tinatanggap namin na may transaction dyan, pero bawal ilabas yan.
Hindi. Ano niya, opinion niya lang yan. Bahala siya dyan sa opinion. We respect his opinion. Kasi that's the right to free speech nga. Basta sa amin, nag-file kami kasi yung position namin, may ginawa kayong something criminal. Yun lang yung issue namin dito. So, in our case, yung main issue nga lang is whether or not you disclose something confidential. If you did, therefore, you should be held criminally liable. Yun lang yun yung sa amin. Yung ganyan, we respect their opinions kasi yun nga, free speech yan.